Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are prepping the bike today, 2024 Husqvarna FE450. We're starting to get ready for race season this year. So today I'm going to be putting on a new front tire. I'm going to keep the same Bridgestone MX-59, absolutely my favorite tire for the conditions up here and the kind of riding I do. It is still cold, as you can tell. Still got snow on the ground, so I haven't been riding. So we're going to get this front wheel off, show you guys how to change a tire with a tube and a mousse, or not a tube. I'll show you guys how to change a tire with a mousse in it. I've got a pretty good way, I think, of doing it that I've picked up. We'll see how long how these front bibs are doing. I think I've got about, I don't know, by now I probably gotta have about 60 hours on these mousses, so pretty good. The bike has 60 hours on it, but I ran them on my old bike for a little bit, and then I waited a while to switch them onto here. I'm a fan of having a little black book for all of my maintenance stuff in here. Let's go to this page. Tires and mousses I put on at 11 hours. So yeah, I'd say about 6 hours, because I ran these mousses for about 10 hours on my old bike, and then took about 10 hours to put these on. So 60 hours on them. So we'll see how this front mousse looks. It feels like it's getting kind of soft, but only way to know is by pulling the tire off and checking it out. So let's get to it. All right. This right here is what I use. I have 3 tire irons. I've got a bead buddy, some strapping, and then they're just fence brackets. They're just Simpson ties, but they work really well. So that's what I use. Also got this cheapo Amazon special stand. It works really well. So yeah, first steps first, we're gonna be loosening the bead lock. Start pushing this bead down a little bit. All right, first step, get 3 of these in here so you can pop that bead over. There we are. Pull them out. There we go. And just keep working your way. Taking the tire off is easier than installing. I just keep that one over there just to hold that bead where it's at. So we got to our rim lock, and then we're just gonna go work our way around. Beautiful. That side's done. Pull these out. Put it over. Okay, so now that I've got the wheel flipped over, I'm just going to push these down and pull that bead off. And then there we go. Like I said, taking tire off, much easier than putting the new one on. And honestly, this is my second time doing bibs, or changing a tire with bibs on. Definitely gets easier the more you do it. So let's take a look at this bib here. Already looking pretty good. Oh yeah. Look at that. No damage. Still has plenty of lube on it. You can see that. Hasn't even been worn down by the bead lock. Some damage right there. Not really though, it's just a couple little cuts. Not even very deep, you can see that. That's awesome. Cool. Leave that bad boy there. So yeah, Bridgestone motocross M59. I can't see it. Motocross M59. This is an 80-121. And boy, is that looking fresh compared to that old one. All right, so now I've got to go through. I've got to lube the inside of that carcass. So to lube this, I'm just using Nitro Lube cooling gel. Yeah, and I'm just going to put it inside and just rub it along all the rubber in there. I usually do 1 tube for the front and then 2 in the rear. The more you have in here, the better your life expectancy is of these mousses. Heat is what kills them, so you need to keep them cool with this gel. I would say if you're installing mousses for the first time, maybe do a little bit extra because you got to lube the mousse too, and not just the tire. But installing mousses for the first time is a little bit different than this. For the first time you install them, you have to tape up your rim to make sure that nothing is really getting in, like no water. Because water and grit will kill these tubes as well, or the mousses. So I have my rim taped, if you can tell. It's just a couple times going around with some duct tape, and it worked just fine. So I'm working this lube in here. I'm getting on the sidewalls, getting on the main body, and then on this other sidewall. And you just go all the way around. And that's it. Pretty simple. Again, just making sure that whole inside where that nitro bib or the bib is touching is lubed. And this is what it looks like. Just gel looking shit. So I push down to kind of create a body or the space for that tube to move into. Just kind of rotate, open, push, open and push. There we go. All the way in. Bada bing, bada boom. So I have this webbing here, quick release. What I do is fish it around the rim between the spoke next to the bead lock, around the tire, and then I get this nice and snug so it doesn't keep moving on me. And I put it on here to where the bead lock can move. It's sitting on the mousse bib, so you're basically trying to put your beads in the right spot here when you secure it, so that way that can be pushed in for when you're at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the bottom tire on the other side. There we go, just like that. So now our rim is sitting where we want it. We have just this side of the tire against the rim. And now we're going to go ahead and spritz that with some soapy water to kind of just help squeeze it on. Got our bead buddies. Set those down here for now. Again, we want to start opposite side of the bead lock because we want to end with the bead lock. Pop that in there. Get our bead buddy. Perfect. So that'll hold it down there in the valley, and we're just going to work our way around. Take some bigger bites at the beginning. So now that I'm here, this is where these little angle brackets come into play. Okay, so 45 degrees from where I started. I'm going to put these in. I just have my regular angle bracket here. I'm going to push these down so that that sits down in the valley. Okay, same thing. So again, same thing on this side. We'll say that nitro lube is good stuff because it makes my hands so slick. Boom. Okay, so now we'll focus on this. Now remove our webbing. What we're going to do is slowly take bites. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to push on the bead brake or the bead lock and then try to push this over into its, there we go. So what I did was get my irons up to where that bead lock sits, still where it's on the outside of the rim. It hasn't popped inside yet. So then I will take my finger and I'll push that rim lock as I'm torquing that. So that way the rim lock will lift the mousse up and that bead can slide right into the channel right here, and we'll actually have a good seal. Now these pop out. This pops out. You can push the rim lock. I can get good grip here. So see how rim lock's moving? It means I'm sitting directly on the mousse. And this is all looking good. So now you'll notice the bead is not set on here on either side. That's normal. The way you can go about seating this is where your valve stem was. You can take a compressor and blow air through there. You can also put the tire on and leave the bead lock nice and loose, and then just kind of ride down the road, giving it some gas a little bit, and the gravity will pull the tire out and will set the bead by itself. That's how I do it, and it's worked fine. So that is how I change my tires with bibs by hand without a Rabiconda. It doesn't take that much work once you get the system down. I'm sure a Rabiconda would be super nice, but I haven't felt the need for one yet. And this is the second set of tires I've put on this bike using this method with bibs. So I'm saving that money for something else. So yeah, all that's left is to get the tire mounted back up. And that's about it. I got to get those new caps for the axle, and I have to set that bead, but other than that, it's looking good. Well, I guess I should also note that I put some new handguards on. I've got the SSX vented white. Just because these stock ones, I don't know. I'm torn about them. I liked them. I didn't like the design. I think the mounting is super dumb. You go through the brake and then it just zip ties to like the handlebar or the brake master. And every time I'd fall, it would break the zip tie, and then these handguards would be useless because they're just going to pivot on the brake bolt. And so if you were racing or if you're just riding and you hit shrubs, which we have out here all the time, it just pushes them into your levers. So I like the look of them. Don't like how they're designed. Gonna have to put another 450 BRAP sticker on these new ones. That's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. Hopefully the next video will be just a ride video, because I got to get out and do a little bit more riding once the snow melts all the way, to really get in the race prep stage. So yeah, first race is February 1st. So the hare scramble. So that should be fun out in Fernley. Looking forward to it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. Thanks for clicking on it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.